Welcome. The problem is subarrays with at most 8 distinct elements. So an array is given and an integer k is given. Our task is to find number of subarrays where the count of distinct integers is at most k. Okay, so that's the question. So this is the example where array is given and k is equal to 2 is given. So we are going to use sliding window approach for this. For this, we are going to take a count as a variable which counts total number of subarrays, and the formula for count is right minus left plus 1, and then frequency table which is dictionary in Python or hash map in C++, and then length variable which keeps the track of the length of this frequency table. So we are going to take two variables or two pointers, left and right. Initially both will be pointing towards first element. And so now right is pointing towards 1, frequency table gets updated. 1 will be occurring one time, so 1 comma 1 is added to dictionary. So the length changes to 1 and count initially it is 0, and now it will be add plus 1 to this. We are going to add plus 1 to the count. Next, right is going to be incremented and it will be pointing towards 2. Now new element is added to frequency table, that is 2, which occurs one time. Now the length is changed to 2 and 2 is equal to k. So there is no issue. So we'll be going to add plus 2 to count. Next, right is incremented and it points towards 2 again. So now the occurrence of 2 is changed. So 2 will be occurring 2 times. There is no change in the length, and now count value is added. Next, right pointer is incremented and it points towards 3. Now new element is added to frequency, which is 3, which occurs one time. When this happens, the length will be changed to 3. Now 3 is greater than k value. So now we have to increment left pointer. Now left will be pointing towards 2. So there is no occurrence of 1. So 1 will be changed to 0. And since there is no occurrence of 1, this element is deleted from frequency table. So now the length is changed back to 2. And now there is no issue. So we'll be going to add count value. So count becomes 3. And then next step, when we try to increment right pointer, it gets exited out of the loop. So our final answer is this, which is 9. 9 is the final answer. Now this is the next example. Initially, left and right both will be pointing towards same element. Count is 0, length is 0 initially, frequency table is empty initially. So now frequency table gets added a new value, which is 1, which is occurred 1. Length will be changed to 1. Count will be changed to 1. So now the right pointer is increased and it points towards 2. New element is added to frequency table, that is 2, which occurs one time. And now length is changed to 2 and count is changed. Now we are going to add plus 2 to the count. Next right is incremented again. And then frequency of 1 will be changed to 2. There is no change in the length. So we are going to add plus 3 to the count. Next right pointer is incremented. Now the occurrence of 1 will be changed, which is 3. 1 occurs 3 times. No changes in length. So the count will be increased by 4. Next right is again incremented. Now it points towards 3. It points towards 3. Now new value is added in frequency table, which is 3, which occurs 1 time. Length is changed to 3. And you can see 3 is greater than 2. So now we have to increment left. So left is incremented to 1. And it points towards 2. So now occurrence of 1 is decreased. No changes in length. So again, we have to increment left. Now it points towards 1. So occurrence of 2 becomes 0. So when it becomes 0, we have to delete the element from the frequency table. And so the length will be changed to 2. Now there is no issue, so we can like add plus 3 to the count. So let's just clear this up. And now the count values become to 13 and length is. So next right pointer is incremented. And it points towards 3. And occurrence of 3 is changed to 2. No changes in the length. So we are going to add plus 4 to count. Next right pointer is incremented and it will be pointing towards 4. And new values added to frequency table, that is 4, which occurs 1 time. When this is added, length is changed to 3. Length is changed to 3. So 3 is greater than 2. So now we have to increment left. Left is incremented. Now the occurrence of 1 becomes reduced. And now 1 will be occurring 1 time. Next, but there is no changes in length. So again, we are going to increment left pointer. Left will be pointing towards 3. And the frequency of 1 will be reduced to 0. So now we have to delete this element. When this is deleted, length will be changed to 2. Now there is no issue, so we are going to add towards count variable, which is plus 3 in this case. Next, right pointer is incremented and it will point towards 2. So new values added to frequency table, that is 2, which occurs 1 time. Length will be changed to 3 again, and 3 is greater than k. So we have to increment left pointer. Now the 3 will be occurring one time. No changes in the length. So we have to increment left pointer. Left will be pointing towards 4 now. So occurrence of 3 will be 0 now. And when it is 0, we have to delete this element from frequency table. So now the length becomes changed to 2. And now we are going to add plus 2 towards count. Next, right element is increased and it points towards last element. Now frequency table gets added. 1 will be added towards frequency table, which 1 occurs one time. So length will be changed to 3. So now we are going to increment left pointer. When left pointer gets incremented, 4 will be reduced to 0. So we have to delete this element and length changes back to 2. So now there is no issue. So we have to increase count value with the 2. And this is the final answer. So the final answer is when we add all this sum, we get count value as 24. And this is the final answer. This is the Python code where you can see I have added everything. So quickly take screenshot of this. That's the end of video. Thank you. And I hope you learned something new.